what's his biggest question mark? Like, if he doesn't succeed, it's because of what reason? Kind of.
I would have to say accuracy, straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. Accuracy. Like,
Yeah.
are you going to be a guy who can complete 60, 62, 64% of your throws? Are you going to be like hovering at 58% your whole career? Because Josh Allen went from a dude who's completing what, 52% to like 67? I mean, that's a big thing. Because honestly, it seems like
that's not a normal jump.
It's not.
Typically,
but it just shows you that a big
making...
part of that is who you're throwing to, I think. Although
I wrote down the same thing. My biggest question mark is Lance's accuracy. And I like Lance. You know, when we were talking about these top 5 quarterbacks last year, I liked all 5, right? And I didn't like anyone after that. Like, you liked Trask and Mond. I was cool off of those. But those top 5 guys, I liked them all, you know, all for different reasons. It's like Trevor felt like he had everything. Zach just felt like he had that natural arm talent where I don't know how to describe it other than just the natural throwing ability, you know, off
plus the accuracy, plus the arm strength. I mean,
with Lance has all the tools, but it's the accuracy that's the biggest question mark. And I posted all Trey's highlights. Every throw that Trey had in his 2 starts is up on my channel if you want to go back and watch it. And what I notice is, you know how Shanahan loves to run, I call them play action slides, where it's a play action and there could be a tight end coming underneath the line of scrimmage on the other side, right, into the flat.
That way, it's not like a couple of those. You actually have a blocker, so you give the quarterback time to set up and throw.
Yeah, and you got someone threatening the flat, and it's a little dump off pass, right?
Oh yeah.
Trey almost looks like he aims that throw, where it's like it's just not that natural.
Dude, underhanded, dog. He's like a pitcher who can't throw to first base on the. You know what I mean? He's like, it's right there.
Dude, right there. Yeah. What I'm trying to. John Lester. He's a left-handed pitcher. Can't throw over to first base.
Dude, he's underhanded, man. Walk it over.
Throw. So that's the thing with Lance. We're on the same page because Lance has all the
Elijah
tools.
Mitchell against Houston, that was a struggle.
Yeah, and he missed that.
Man, it's a tough throw. At least in baseball, sometimes it shouldn't be that tough in quarterback though. Because with baseball, the problem is you're used to throwing off a mound. Now you're off a mound. The release point is different. This is really you're not on the mound, Trey. You should be able to hit that one. And that's my thing with Trey. Like, Trey is all about throwing hella hard. Once it's like, hey, don't throw super hard on this throw, he's like, I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? I throw hard. It's like, okay, you don't have to throw this one hard. Can you take something off? Because to me, his accuracy is fine. It's the fact that he throws passes way too hard. And his passes are not very catchable. Anquan Bolden could catch them, but you're going to have to make your passes a little bit more catchable. Otherwise, you're just going to have a low completion percentage. You're going to have a lot of drops, I would think.
I'm with you. Yeah, the accuracy is the one thing that I'm monitoring with Trey. And hey, Grant, I want to get out of here on a couple of last thoughts. I just watched Drake Jackson versus Stanford's offensive line, the 2021 game field. Dude, Drake Jackson's got some moves, man. These offensive linemen are barely getting hands on him. He's swiping, he's dipping, man. So if you want to see Drake Jackson's highlights, Grant, I'm going to tag you in the tweet because you're going to want to see it, dude. Jackson's got some great pass rushing moves. Check that out. And Grant, the last thing I wanted to touch on.
Who do you think is faster, Drake Jackson or his current teammate, Talanoa Hufanga?
I'm a lean Hufanga. I mean, Drake Jackson, he's not like a pure speed rusher, though, dog.
He's not a 4-5
like
guy?
Pure speed. He's not like a Leo edge rusher. The thing is, Drake Jackson's a really good football player, but he's not a big end, and he's not a Leo speed rusher. He's somewhere in between, but I like him. He's good, and he's got good pass rushing moves and great hands, good bend, but he's not a speed rusher. So I'm not sure. I think it'd be close between like a race between Hufanga and Jackson. But hey, Grant, a couple of I'm thinking of how football can be revolutionized, and Nick Zakel kind of sparked my mind when he was talking about analytics in baseball. We see how baseball's really went with the analytic movement, whether it's lefty-righty splits, these platoons. Grant, do you think it would be possible, and this is actually a really good question for Nick Zakel if you ever get him, to platoon offensive line, right? Say you have 2 offensive linemen. One of them's a good run blocker. One of them's a good pass blocker.
Third down right tackle and your base right tackle and your nickel right tackle. I know, right? You do it on the D line.
You do it on the D line. You do it, in the secondary when you're bringing in a nickel cornerback and bringing off a linebacker. Yep. So it's like, and I realize there's a tell. If you got theoretically your run blocking offensive lineman in, teams could think, oh, this is going to be a run play. But it's like, if they're going to load the box or do something, you can still pass with that guy in the game. So I'm just thinking of ways to revolutionize.
It hasn't happened yet, right? Tradition. You want continuity is important. Okay, does the analytics back that up though? Right? Because it used to be in baseball, you want the continuity of the same lineup every day until they realize that's bullshit. Like, just play the guy who hits lefties the best, and then the guy who hits righties the best. I mean, so yeah, that's really interesting. It's the one position you basically starting DBs and starting offensive linemen play 100% of the snaps. Everyone else platoons. So
yeah, or how about platooning a safety? You kind of got your run. Let's say obviously Jimmy Ward's on the field at free safety, but maybe on rundowns you want Hufanga in the game, and in passing situations you want to bring in Moore or who. I'm not a big Tavarius Moore guy, to be honest, but whoever.
Or maybe like on first down in your nickel defense, you want your nickel back to be a safety, someone who's good against the run. But on 3rd and 7, you want your nickel back to be freaking Emmanuel Mosley. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I'm thinking that. And
I
then
think
the last,
probably where the sport's going.
I'm wondering when it's going to happen. I don't think it's a matter of if, but when. And the last thing I want to see, Grant, I want to see a 7-foot player, probably like a former basketball player, come in and be a red zone threat. You're telling me, it's 3rd and 10, ball's at the 15-yard line. It's like, what are you going to run on 3rd and 10? Give me a fade to Willie Cauley-Stein. Grant, I was looking up Willie Cauley-Stein football highlights. Willie Cauley-Stein played football in high school. Imagine a 7-footer like that. And his basketball career is like practically over. I just tweeted Willie and said, Willie, would you consider playing in the NFL? Because that could be lethal. I know Harold Carmichael was like a 6'7".
I was going to say, like, Harold Carmichael was the famous one, 6'8" in the 70s and 80s. Yeah.
Yeah. There's been some big guys, but no one like 6'10", 7 foot.
Yeah.
Right. Get like Damian Jones, your boy, former Golden State Warrior. Get someone like that.
Like, instead of being a terrible center in the NBA, go catch 15 touchdown passes a year. What are you doing? I like that. I mean, Jimmy Graham could have been a terrible power forward, but instead he became a Hall of Fame tight end. It's true. You don't have to be fast. Just catch the touchdown pass. Now they're going to take out your legs. It's going to hurt.
Yeah, that's where I don't think you could play him too much between the 20s. Probably save him for the red zone. Maybe you put him in to block a field goal. Maybe with those long arms, they can get up, block a kick.
Jones, I like that. James Wiseman.
Don't do it, Grant. Don't do it. Don't you do it. All right, big dog.
I don't think he likes contact enough to play. I'm sorry.